And just the city. This is Bitcoin Camelot. Just as pretty. Big old biddies. Now for our feature story of the day, former Binance CEO CZ suggests Bitcoin might end up reaching $10 million per coin. We will be discussing this, and I have some bonus predictions from the Giga Chad himself, Mikey Saylor, and also some bonuses here from Plan B, creator of the Bitcoin stock-to-flow model. He recently just tweeted here, you should be able to see on your screen, my dream scenario of monthly closes towards stock-to-flow target of $500,000 average in 2024 to 2028. Of course, not 100% correct, although markets decided against a playful December to February pump and dump. February, 150,000 still in play. So you heard it first and foremost, 150 Gs for this month of February. Send it, let's get it. And he's referring to some of the, predictions that he made. And if you're not familiar with stock to flow, it ultimately projects Bitcoin ranging from 250,000 to 1 million per coin between now and the next halving of 2028, with an average of $500,000 per coin. And as you know, and as I shared earlier, Bitcoin just had the highest monthly close since the inception of the Genesis block at $102,400. It was our very first time closing above 100 Gs, which is pretty exciting. Now, CZ obviously is no stranger to the industry. There's an article here that says former Binance boss CZ suggests Bitcoin might end up reaching $1 million. And then I'm going to share with you a throwback of him projecting Bitcoin could reach $10 million. And then as a bitty bonus, the Giga Chad, why he believes Bitcoin is going to 10 million per coin. So this is going to be quite exciting. But let's first start with the most recent from CZ. This actually all stems from a tweet thread. CZ wrote, imagine being the last government to buy. Please don't let that be the United States. Please, Trump, please don't let that be the United States. And that was off the back of this tweet. Czech National Bank governor will present a plan to buy Bitcoin tomorrow. The plan got approved, but just to keep it 100, the plan is to entertain buying Bitcoin. that plan got approved. Their goal, the governor of the Central Bank of the Czech Republic is proposing a proposal to purchase 7.3 or 7.2 or $7.3 billion worth of Bitcoin. The race to accumulate as much Bitcoin as possible has began, and I covered this in the pod this week. This was pretty big news, so I'm not going to focus here, but I just wanted to touch upon it. And then someone asked, 1 million for one Bitcoin, laughing out loud as if it's never going to happen. Crazy, right? Maybe he's trying to say we should be 10 million. I don't know, but it's ironic. And CZ responded, if they are lucky, depending upon how much other countries print money to buy Bitcoin before them. So ultimately saying you may not even be able to buy $7 billion worth of Bitcoin. There's a very limited amount even available on the exchanges right now, if you feel what I'm saying. And I also want to throw this throwback, because this is actually a couple of years back, this throwback. And to me, I like it because it was also featured on Binance, which we know is the largest Bitcoin or crypto exchange in the world. And they reference a YouTube influencer. I don't know if you ever heard of this guy. His name is JV. I mean, who uses their own initials? What a weirdo. But this guy, JV, recalls a CZ prediction that Bitcoin would reach $10 million. And they keep repeating this influencer name, JV, like every sentence, JV. So it kind of got my interest, if you know what I'm saying. So I'm going to read this to you. And of course, this was on multiple sources, but it said, I'm just going to read it to you. JV, a crypto YouTube influencer, remembered CZ's prediction that Bitcoin would reach 10 million per coin. JV referred to the statement in a recent video uploaded on YouTube where he analyzed various aspects of the Bitcoin market development. Whoever this JV guy is kind of seems like a big deal, doesn't he? JV looked back at CZ's Bitcoin prediction. JV and CZ. Bitcoin's prediction while analyzing the Binance CEO's recent Twitter comments. This was actually after CZ had a Q&A session, and I was actually attentively taking notes. And I broke the news of the 10 million prediction before any article source was to share it. And that's why I got all the credit. And that's the beauty when you're in the trenches, just FYI. Including Binance's reaction to the ongoing regulatory scrutiny. He also spoke about the rise in interest in the institutional investment. Yeah, this was before the BlackRock ETF. This is when they first made the proposals. This is like going back. CZ made the 10 million Bitcoin prediction back in 2021. Following MicroStrategy's announcement of allocating the Bitcoin for the corporate strategy. CZ, based bases analysis on the possibility of several corporate companies across the world allocating only 1% of their corporate treasury to Bitcoin, which is extremely conservative, especially how far we've come since then, right? So according to CZ, that can lead to 1,000x growth. And just for some perspective, 1,000x from like today's price of 100,000, correct me if I'm wrong, I think 10x is obviously 1 million. So is 100x, I'm trying to do the math in my head. I'm not so great at it, but I think 100x would be 10 million. And is 1,000x 100 million? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just assuming, again, I don't have a calculator in front of me, so let me know and I'll read those comments here shortly. But it's a very advantageous prediction to go 1,000x from here, because I personally feel in my lifetime will 100x Bitcoin. I genuinely believe that. 1,000x, we're going up forever, Laura. JV, whoever this crazy kid is, highlighted CZ's welcome approach to institutional investment in the Bitcoin ecosystem. CZ noted the advantages of traditional finance. Yep. And according to JV, whoever this weirdo is, CZ identified the key factors driving the Binance strategy for the next 18. CZ, if you're listening right now, let's link up and get an exclusive interview for my audience. If you're a fan of JV, I'm a fan of CZ. I've been promoting you and standing by your side for a long time. I know the bullshit you went through with the Department of Justice and the shakedown of $4.3 billion, pretty fucked up. I've had your back the entire time, brother. I'm just saying. They include the upcoming Bitcoin halving event and the growing interest in the institutional investment for the crypto industry. You noted both factors would lead to Binance bracing for the higher volumes. But there you have it. CZ did note that he believes Bitcoin would 1,000x from that time. And from whenever the Bitcoin price was in 2021, clearly it wasn't 100,000. We just hit that more recently. But very advantageous price projection. Let me know if you agree or disagree. And as a bonus, I want to read you the GigaChad's projection. Saylor in interviews, and this is one of my favorite quotes, by the way, Bitcoin offers economic immortality and will reach 10 million per Bitcoin. How cool is that? Economic immortality. Humans have been searching for immortality for ages, and to have economic immortality, priceless. That's all I got to say. And I'm going to get a little deeper. And this is according to Michael Saylor from an interview that is a throwback as well. Because Bitcoin is just pure money, it's just as effective at 100,000 a coin as it is 10,000 a coin. At $1 million a coin, it's just as effective. At 10 million a coin, is probably more compelling of 10 million a coin than $1 million or 100,000 a coin. It's kind of universally scalable asset that gets less risky. The only thing that's going to change, in my opinion, is when it was super risky and scary below 10,000, you were getting 100 to 200% a year annualized gains, and then it got a bit more understandable. Get it? He noticed bit more, bitty. Between 10,000 and 100,000, your gains of 40, 50% a year, and then at some point, you go to 30%, 20%. Extreme. If everybody in the world understood Bitcoin, it'd already be 20, 30, 40% of the wealth of the world, and I genuinely believe that. It would be 200 to 300 trillion in today's dollars. That was ultimately, when he made this prediction, the total addressable market, and today, the total addressable market is probably 700, 800, 900 trillion, just saying. And then the price would be appreciating at the rate of the global inflation of the fiat currency. So the gold inflation remains 7. You hear that, Peter Schiffmeister? Still remain a 7, and then would appreciate a little bit more for the little bitty. And because of the productivity of the people to adopt a Treasury Reserve asset, and you already know the Treasury Reserve, Bitcoin for the Treasury. RFK Jr. proposed $1 million Bitcoin purchase over the course of 5 years and purchasing 400 of the bitty per day. What are your thoughts? What do you think? 10 million per Bitcoin? Is that child's play? Is that unrealistic? Is it inevitable? Is Bitcoin truly economic immortality, as Saylor projects? Let me know your thoughts, bitty broskies and bitty baddies, and welcome everyone to the Q&A segment of the live stream. We're live and in the flesh. We're still live on X. We're still live on Rumble. We're still live on YouTube. We have 1,600 folks. We're about to gift 10 memberships. Are you guys ready? Let me know if you're ready. We'll give some motherfucking memberships. Like the stream, post the stream, requote the stream, do something for the stream so we can orange pill the masses like blackberry molasses.